What are you saying, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got the 124 FUT Draft challenge. Make sure to stay to the end to see if we get it. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're so close to 1k subscribers. And like the video if you enjoy it. Without further ado, let's get into draft attempt number 1. And you know what? We get 3-4-1-2 and we get 4-3-2-1. And I'm actually going to take the 4-3-2-1. Obviously, Johan Cruyff has the new Thunderstruck upgrade, which puts him at a 95 now. We're going to start off with Mbappe as our captain pick, and we'll take our first centre mid, who is going to be Aitana Bonmati, 91 rated. Really good start to the rating. We're looking for a 9-1 draft, and we get 91 rated Bernardo Silva, who's also received an upgrade, making it just that bit easier to get to that 1-2-4. So I'm going to take the Brits. Centre forward number 1, we get a choice between the Lionel Messi and the Puskas. Now usually I take Messi, but I'm actually going to take Puskas this time, just because I'm a bit worried about chemistry looking at our team so far. And I'll take João Felix here. Actually good for chemistry, that João Felix. Our first centre back isn't great. I will take Rugani though. Second centre back isn't much better, to be honest. I think I will take Nathan Ake, even though he's 2 ratings lower. He just offers chemistry to that Bernardo Silva. Our right back position again is not much better. We get Di Lorenzo, who gets that Italian link, but ideally I don't want Rugani to stay in the team. I'm just going to take the highest rated here in Lawrence, because not much offering there for the right back position. Here though we get Zinchenko, which is quite good for the chemistry, being radioactive. I'm going to take him over the Alphonso Davies and the Bernardo. And then in goal, can we get a high rated goalkeeper? We can. We get Marc-André ter Stegen, who's going to get that Barca link with Bonmati, and also pick up the German link there. I'm going to start with my reserves. We get Sauer here, who can go straight into that midfield. So our midfield's basically done, 91 across the board. That is great. Next pick, we get Eusebio at the end there. He's going to come in for João Felix, and that's going to take us up to an 8-9 rating. It's just the defenders now that we're going to need to focus on in order to get that high rated draft. We don't get a new defender, but we get Hansen, who for the rating is brilliant. We also get Salma. None of the other players are really offering anything in terms of the starting lineup. We do get Johan Cruyff yet again, 95 rating. I have to keep emphasizing that he's gone up to a 95 now. That is going to be amazing for the rating. We have to be at a 90. We are at a 90 with a 75 in the starting lineup, with 2 91s on the reserves. Just to show you how high rated this draft is, if I put in Hansen for Rugani and I put in Mbappe in at centre back, we're up to a 9-1 very comfortably. So hopefully we can get a new centre back. So I will take the highest rated in Berardi. Last chance at a new attacker. We get Ruud Gullit. Be rude not to take him. And he can go in centre mid to offer us more chemistry if needed, but our links are pretty good right now. So it's really, if we can get a midfielder that can play centre back, or obviously a centre back, that would be absolutely amazing. Here for rating we get Rodri, that's really good. Might even be able to offer a bit of chemistry if needed. So I'll take him there. We're still at a 90 rating, which is nice. Issue here is though, we need 3 better defenders from 2 defender picks, and the first pick doesn't look great. We get Ben White, who's a +5 upgrade on the Rugani. We also get the Dina Mbimbe, who could play, but he's probably not going to, I'll be honest. I'm going to take Ben White, Benny Blanco, and he can go in over the Rugani. He gets +1 to the chemistry. We do drop to an 8-9, but I reckon if I put Mbappe in here, we go back up to a 90 rated draft. Amazing. Last chance at a bigger defender. I mean, for chemistry, we could take Semedo. We've got 4 icons. Yeah, so it's going to be difficult to get. I think it's Lawrence's chemistry, our right back. I could take Lazari, or I could just take Semedo and guarantee us the chem, but we probably will drop down in rating. You know, let's secure the chemistry. Let's go like this. We don't actually drop in rating. We're going to probably get a lower pick here, which we do, unfortunately. I'll take Soria. We've dropped down, as you can see, to an 8-9. If we put in Salmon, do we go back up to a 90 rated? We don't go up to a 90 rated, but this is a good draft. A good start to the drafting. Let's see. Let's go to the end screen. See what we get as our manager. We get Ten Hag. And let's have a look at our next draft attempt. Okay, let's see formations. We get 4-3-2-1. So many high rated centre forwards and strikers. To start with, we get Meerham. Amazing start, 93 rated. I'm going to go to our midfield next. And we're going to pick up a PSG centre mid. Not going to be the most difficult to link. I'll take Muis here. Hopefully won't start for the team. And we get Thiago, 84 rated. Take our first centre back. We get Virgil van Dijk, who's actually going to link really well to the Thiago we just picked up. And next we'll take Zubeldia. Gets that Spanish link with Thiago. Mazraoui has a higher rated card, so I'm going to take Lucas Vazquez. We get Ferland Mendy here. We also get Gwyn. I think even though Ferland Mendy has a higher rated card, I'm going to take him. 82 rated. Just guarantees chemistry. And we get Yashin in goal, which is really nice for rating and chemistry. It's always difficult, I find, to get a high rated goalkeeper. I'm going to take my centre forwards now. Hopefully I can get that 95 rated Johan Cruyff. And there he is. And our next centre forward, can it be another icon? It can, in 92 rated Puskas. We've got a full icon front three, which is amazing. We've actually finished our chemistry as well. We're at 89 rated, so we just need to take rating. We're going to need a bigger defense though. First player off the bench is a 92 rated Lionel Messi. He's not going to make the starting lineup, unfortunately. Next up, we get Joe Cole, who again isn't going to start, but for rating is great, being 88 rated. We're going to be looking for 2 new centre midfielders if we can. We get Eusebio here, again another player that's probably not going to start, but welcome to the team regardless. We do get a new midfielder in Joel Linton, but we also get 89 rated Ashley Cole, who's actually going to lose us chemistry coming in there for the Ferland Mendy. Well, as you can see, we're at a 90 rating with more chemistry on the way. Now, this is an interesting pick. We can pick up Sanchez, who gets +5, links to our Spanish players really well. We also get Di Maria, who's obviously not going to play, but for the bench rating would be important as well. Now, we have 2 more chances at a high rated midfielder. And, you know, I'm willing to take the risk. Call me crazy, but I am willing to take the risk. We're going to get a high rated attacker again. None of them can play centre mid, so I'm going to take the Katoto being the highest rated. We're still at an 8-9. Hopefully we can get a high rated centre mid here. We can in 90 rated Valverde. So I think the risk paid off there in terms of the decision we made around the Sanchez. Now, hopefully, what I'm hoping for here is we get a midfielder that can play either centre back or right back, and then that would leave us with 2 picks to get a higher rated defender. Doesn't look like it's going to be a high rated card, and it's not. None of them can play defensive positions, so it doesn't really matter. Get a new defender here, but unfortunately, it's all left-sided defenders for the most part. Nothing that's going to help our starting lineup, to be honest. I'll take her. We do get a new right back and a new centre back. I'm going to take the centre back, who can also play right back, to be fair to her. She's a PSG centre back as well, which is going to get us more chemistry. But those two 81 rated players, and I guess also the 84 Thiago, is probably going to mean that we don't get up to a 90 plus rated draft. Obviously, we're going for that 9-1. And as I order up the bench now, we'll see how high the draft gets to. It's still at 89. It's just really the Joe Cole to add. And it's still at 8-9, unfortunately. Do the last change here. And we remain at 8-9. So 8-9 or 1-2-2. Let's see if we can get a 1-2-4 in the next draft. So here we go with our next attempt. We get 3-4-1-2. Good formation, high rated cams, high rated strikers. And we start with what I feel is a near perfect pick, because Ronaldinho is going to slot into that left mid slot, and he's the highest rated player that can play left mid. So that's a brilliant start. Our first centre mid is going to be, we get one Sebastian Veron, who can play centre mid or cam and is an icon. Call me crazy though, I'm going to take Bon Mati. She's 2 ratings higher, and we're trying to get a 191. Picked up a few gold players. Again with the gold players, we get Claudia Pina, who can actually get a perfect link to the Bon Mati. But an 83 rated midfielder isn't going to cut it. So I'm going to take an 84 Madri. She'll probably drop to the bench eventually. But there's a few 95 rated players in the game now. So I'm hoping we can pick some of them up, such as the Johan Cruyff. Unfortunately, we don't get a 95 rated here, but we get a 94 rated in R9, which is amazing. Other 95 rated players is Pele, and obviously that Ultimate Dynasty's Zidane. But we've got a lot of gold players in this draft so far. It's a draft of two halves, really. Although this looks like a big pick, but it's not that high rated of a pick. I'm going to take the 86 rated Hummels. He's going to go centre back. And our highest rated keeper here is Mary Earps, who we actually have a United player right mid. And honestly, other than these three, the R9, Bon Mati and Ronaldo, this is a really, really bad draft. I'm going to go to my reserves. Hopefully we can get some higher rated players. We get a small upgrade in João Cancelo. I think I'm very tempted to go with the Tim Weah. He can obviously play right mid and is near enough guaranteed chemistry. In fact, he will be guaranteed chemistry, so I'm going to take him. Obviously not as high rated as the others, but for chemistry it works well. We get Kelly Smith here, who is going to go striker. And I was tempted to take the Bellingham. There was an 88 rated Bellingham. Here we're going to take one Sebastian Veron, and managed to show up again. Massive increase for the chemistry. And the reason why I was going to take the Bellingham, sorry, is because there is a chance we get another icon striker that's higher than 90 rated. Obviously, we've just picked up Vinicius there and switched on Ronaldinho even, to the other side, which works really well, putting him cam. Highest rated here is Malard, so we'll take her. Last chance at a high rated striker, and this is what I was talking about. We get 93 rated Puskas there. Now, it's not going to matter because we have other players which are higher rated in the midfield now, so the Bellingham pick didn't really matter. We're at a 90 rating with a 77 in the team, which is really impressive. But honestly, we're going to need to get, wow, we get 95. Johan Cruyff, welcome to the team. Does that put us up to a 9-1? Unfortunately, it doesn't. But if we can just get two high rated centre backs, which, you know, is a big ask, but if we can, then we would be on track to get that 9-1. Here, the highest rated is Veron. No one can play centre back, so I will take the Veron. We're still at a 90 rating, mind you. Last midfield pick, it's between him and Lino for the highest rated. I think Timber has a higher rated card, so I will take the Lino. We get a high rated pick. Oh, why couldn't that be Carlos Alberto? So we get Cafu, 92 rated. Obviously, he's not going to start. But then we could also take Pepe, who realistically, unless we can get a Portuguese player, isn't going to start either, but would just be a Portuguese manager away. But we're still missing the Kemon Hummels and Mary Earps, so that would be a risk in itself. So I think I'm going to just go with rating here. Take the Cafu. And then our last defender, we get Raul Albiol. Only one that can play centre back. We'll take him. We'll bring him into the team. We don't gain chemistry, but we don't lose chemistry either. We've dropped down to an 8-9, unfortunately. We get a big goalkeeper pick here in Marc-André ter Stegen, who's actually perfect for the chemistry. Great for rating as well. And I can't believe this draft is an 8-9. I mean, sure, we have an 81 rated and an 82 rated in the starting lineup. It's the centre-backs that's really letting us down here. But other than that, we've got Puskas, Cafu, Smith, all on the bench to drive that rating up. We've got Mary Earps as well. I'm going to order up the bench. Hopefully, it will go up to a 90 rated. It doesn't. Wow. One last change to make. Oh, wow. That last change makes it a 90. Absolutely crazy. So we got another 1-2-3 on the channel. That's nice to see. Fortunately, we're one short of that 1-2-4. Get Jurgen Klopp manager here. It's just unfortunate that we couldn't get a high rated defense, but what a draft that is. Look at that for an end screen as well. Another 1-2-3. Let's get into our fourth and final attempt of the day, and we're going to start with a 90 rated Hansen to go right mid. Not mad at that at all. Great for rating to that right mid position. We get Barella, 87 rated. Hopefully this is a high rated pick, and it is in 89 Paul Scholes, but we're not going to take him. We are going to take the 93 rated Luka Modric, and we're going to get a choice between 90 rated Ginola and 89 rated Perez. This is an interesting one because Ginola obviously is 90 rated, works well. Perez, he's 89 rated, but he's an icon, gets more chemistry, and also could play right mid if needed. So you know what, I'm going to play a bit safe and take the Perez. Our first centre back of 3 is not a good one. I'll take her for the French link. Oh no, our second centre back isn't a good one either. I'll take Boscagli. So we're going to need an entire back 3 to save this draft. So I'm going to bear that in mind when we are taking our reserve players. But we do get Marc-André ter Stegen here. So our goalkeeper position is as good as sorted. Hopefully we can get the high rated icons, and we get Puskas for our first icon centre forward. Our striker is going to need replacing, and our second centre forward is a choice between Eusebio and Hullet. Call me crazy, obviously Eusebio is 1 rating higher, but I'm going to take the Hullet because of that centre mid link. He can play in centre mid, and I reckon on the bench we'll get a higher rated centre forward. We're going to take our defence next. We're in need of some new centre backs urgently, and obviously EA knows that and is not going to give us a centre back here. Can we get one here? We can technically in DeMarco. They're just giving us players that can't play otherwise though. So I'm going to take the DeMarco. He's going to go straight into the centre back position. We're going to still need 2 more centre backs, but that Barella has got that perfect link, which is nice for his chemistry. First midfielder, can we get like a Mataus? We can't, but we get 95 rated Pele. It's going to play up front for us and surely take us to an 8-9. Yep, he does. Next midfielder, just go with rating and take her anyway. Now we get a choice between Diani and Messi. Now I could take Messi and then play the Hullet in midfield. I could also take Diani, play her right mid, which is a +2. I still reckon we have a really good chance of getting a new centre forward anyway. Here we do get a new centre forward, but as I mentioned, we need to prioritize getting centre backs that can play. So unfortunately, we're not going to take the Cantona, but we are going to take the Araujo and put him in over the Carter, +9 to our rating, and gets chemistry of that to Stegen anyway. So it's just the Modric that's off chem, one more icon or a La Liga player, and his chemistry is done. So we just need one more centre back from our reserves. We don't get one here, but we get our new 92 rated centre forward. I'm going to put him in over the Barella and put Hullet there. So it's now just the Marco's chemistry needing to be completed. We're at 8-9. I'm going to take our keeper pick here, see if we get a higher rated keeper, even though we've got 90 rated to Stegen. Just going to take the highest rated one here. So we're at an 8-9. We've got a few 70 rated players on the bench. Obviously that 76 Buscagli still starting. So one more centre back and we're in with a great chance of getting that 9-1 rating. I mean, the Cantona is quite a frequent player to pop. So I'm going to take Salah. You don't see him too often. Seeing as he's just going to go on the bench anyway, shouldn't matter too much. We get a new centre-back in Diego Carlos. Now, not the highest rated, but is +5, which could be the difference. So I'm going to take him, start him in over Buscagli. See if we got up to a 90 rating. We don't, unfortunately. It'd be great if we could just get a Van Dijk for one of the last two picks. Unfortunately, we don't. But we do get 85 rated Sane. For that kind of border is not bad. Not a bad pick at all. And our last pick is going to be Rafa, it looks like. Yeah, it's going to be 83 rated Rafa. So we're at 8-9. We're just missing one chemistry. Just need an Italian manager. If needed, I can always put the Barella back in. Who loses chem if I do that? The Modric loses chem. So I could put the Barella back in and do that. We've got full chemistry doing that, but we do drop down to an 88. So I'm going to leave it like this for the time being. Now, if I just order up the bench quickly, I'm pretty sure we'll be at a 90 rated. But whether we'll be at a 9-1 is what's going to be the question. So we're still at 8-9 if we do that. I guess we just have the one change to make here. It's not going to be enough, unfortunately, to bring us up to a 9-1. I just want to check if I do play the Barella, do we stay at 8-9? We do there, so it could be a Croatian manager or a La Liga manager, an Italian manager. If I do this, are we still at a 90 rating? We are not, so we go down to an 8-9 if I do that. So let's take our manager now. Can be La Liga, and we do get a La Liga manager in Xavi. So we'll just change the team around and that will be another 1-2-3. Unfortunately, not a 1-2-4, but a great draft nonetheless. So as you can see, if I just take out the Hullet and put the Barella in, we're still at a 90 rated draft and we get a 1-2-3.